Okay, welcome back. Alright, we're just restarting that video now. Now we said that the quadratic formula is going to be used on this particular question over here. This question can also be simplified by dividing everything by 3 and then factorizing it using common factors and then solving that. Or we can just simply get the numbers and throw it into the quadratic equation as it is a calculator paper and save us all the hassle of trying to work things out manually. So that's the option that I've chosen here using the quadratic equation. So we said minus b, so the b value was 9, so you have to do minus 9 plus minus b squared, 9 squared, take away 4 times by the a value, which is 6, times by the c value, which is minus 105. And then we divided by 2a, and the a value is 2 times by 6. So we'll put this into the calculator. I'm sorry, my calculator software is not working at the moment because I've had some computer problems as well. So let's type this in. So first we'll press the fraction button. We type in little baby minus 9, add. You can't put both the symbols in, just one. Add and then put the square root sign. 9 squared, take away 4 times by 6, time by, now we need to use brackets here, brackets, little baby minus 105, close the brackets, press replay twice to bring the cursor down to here, 2 times by 6 on the bottom, my equation equals, we get 7 over 2. 7 over 2 is 3.5. Now, as is a quadratic equation, we should get 2 answers. So we need to go back using the replay button on the calculator. Until it reaches the plus sign, and then we want to delete the plus sign and put a minus takeaway sign in there instead. So for the second answer, press equal again, and now we get minus 5. Now, one thing you must remember is that in this particular question we're talking about distance. We can't have a minus distance. In the context of a mathematical question, minus 5 is completely acceptable for solving a quadratic equation of such. But in the context of the question, because we're talking about area, this, even though it's mathematically correct, in context is incorrect because we can't have a negative length. So we have to choose the positive length and use that as the answer for our question, and we have to ignore this answer for the moment. So now that we've got x equals 3.5, we can finally work out the answer, work out the length of the longest side of the shape. Well, the longest side of the shape is 4x minus 3, 2x plus 5 is smaller, 2x is smaller, and x plus 4 is smaller. So we have 4x minus 3. So the x value is 3.5. So 4 times by 3.5 minus 3. Well, if we double 3.5, we get 7. And if we double that again, we get 14. Okay, so you got 4 times by 3.5, yeah? And that will give you 14. Because 3.5 times by 2 is 7. And then times that by 2 again, that gives you another 7. Okay, and then we minus the 3. And that gives us 11. For this side over here. Okay, now, if you were to put into here the 3.5, just for the sake of practice, 2 times by 3.5, okay, and then add 5, okay, even though in the beginning I said 4x minus 3 is the bigger answer, when you actually put it into here, you find out that the minus 3 is actually cancelled out from the answer, so that'll give you 7. 2 times by 3.5, 7, 7 add 5 is equal to 12. Okay, now this will definitely be smaller and that's definitely smaller. So in actual fact, 4x minus 3, even though it looks bigger on the diagram and it feels like big, or you could have 4x, because of the minus 3, it makes the number back down to 11, whereas the 2x plus 5 is a much bigger answer. So I retract my initial suggestion. This is not the biggest number, this is the biggest answer. So the answer is 12. The longest length is 12. Okay, and that's the end of the paper and the end of the question. Thank you very much for joining us in this question, and I hope we'll see you in some future videos.